This is another quick reference video, this one on how to enter a mileage for your vehicle or your lift count for your lift if that mileage or that lift count is out of the edit range. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So we're in the CA portal here, and as you would do when you are entering your mileages and your lift counts, you would click on Administer Equipment Units and see all of your vehicles and listed here, and you would click Enter Meter Readings, and you would go through and enter your new meter readings for all your vehicles and your lifts. Now, what you may sometimes come across is that when you enter your meter reading, your mileage for a vehicle, you are out of the edit range, and what that looks like is, let's go with 75,000. So when you process this, you're going to get an error message here at the top that says meter 1 value is out of edit range from last reading. So the same thing will happen if you're trying to enter a lift count out of the edit range. If you type in, let's go with 19,000 here, and we hit process, you'll get that same error message. Now what's happening is the system is reading that you haven't entered a mileage or a lift count in some time, and so the mileage or lift count that you're entering is too high and therefore is out of the edit range of the software. So what you need to do is edit your lift count or your mileage in the fleet equipment screen for your mileage for your vehicle record, or the component primary information screen for your lifts if you do your lifts as components. So I'll show you what that looks like. So you're going to go up to the screens menu up here at the top, and to enter a new mileage you're going to go to the fleet equipment screen, and this is also where you would enter a vehicle, and you're going to search for the vehicle that you're trying to enter the mileage for. And what we would recommend is you just pull up all your vehicles. So we'll search for your prefix, and make sure you enter a life cycle status code ID of active, and if you haven't already, save this as a filter and hit apply filter. Now that'll pull up all your vehicles, and you're going to find the one that you are looking to update the mileage for. So we were looking at 1464. So then you're going to scroll down in that record to the meter info section. Now this is going to show you your latest meter reading and your life total. It's also going to show you the equipment class for meter types, and that's actually what's setting your edit range. So this one is 1,000. And what you're going to want to do to update the mileage here is click on the edit button, the edit record button here at the top. And that will open up the record. You can then enter whatever the latest meter reading should be. So we'll say 115500. And then save the record. And now if you go back to the CA portal and go into the enter meter reading screen, you'll see that that mileage has been updated. Now, when in the fleet equipment screen, if you do your lifts as meter 2, you can also update the latest meter reading and life total for your lift here. Just make sure that whenever you're doing this process, you are always updating both the latest meter reading and the life total. The life total dictates the overall life mileage of the vehicle. If you've had a meter reset here, you would have a latest meter reading that is lower than your life total. That's the only instance in which these two would be different, so just make sure that the latest meter reading matches the life total. If you do your lifts as components, what you're going to do is, if you are outside of the edit range entering your lift count, you would go up to Screens and find the Components Primary Information screen. You'll either have it saved as a favorite or you can search for it. And there it is, Components Primary. We'll open up that screen and we'll search for your vehicles. So, make sure you enter that life cycle status code ID, and you can save this as a filter if you don't already have it saved. All right, so then you'll apply filter, and that will bring up your lifts, and you go through the same process you did for the vehicles. Find the lift you need to fix, scroll down to the meter info section, edit the record, and update the latest meter reading and life total to whatever that needs to be. That's all for updating your mileage or lift counts using the fleet equipment screen or the components primary information screen. If you have any questions, please contact Jeremy Scott or myself. And thank you so much for watching.